Hi, everyone. Thank you for joining us for yet another Woman in Business interview. Today, it's with great pleasure I welcome Mariella, co-founder of Furless Permanent. Hi, Mariella. Thank you so much for joining us.
Hi, Valerie. Thank you for having me. It's a pleasure.
Oh, pleasure is definitely mine. Mariella, can you start with telling us about the business and actually the reason why you have started it as well?
Sure, I would love to. So let me first start by explaining what Furless is. So we're quite niche and we specialize in permanent hair removal. So the difference between permanent hair removal or electrolysis and laser is that it actually works for every skin color and every hair color as well, and for every body part. So if you've done laser, for example, and you have any hairs remaining, we can take care of that. Or if you have blonde hairs or gray hairs, we can get rid of that. Or if you have hormonal imbalances like I had, and one of the reasons why I decided to open this business, actually, this works beautifully. And so that's the number one reason why I decided to open this business. The fact that I had a lot of unwanted hair after years of laser was really detrimental to my career and just to my self-esteem overall. So I went through a course of electrolysis successfully. My self-esteem was improved. I didn't have to worry about grooming. So it was really fantastic. And I would talk to people about it, and I couldn't believe it that most people didn't actually know what it was or that it was an option. So first of all, I thought it was a good business idea. And second of all, I thought it was a good thing to bring to people's lives. So that's, number two reason. The last one was the possibilities as well of, just having endless possibilities. When you first have your own business, you're not into that structure of, having to follow a certain protocol, anything is possible. So that's why.
As you come out of a corporate world and now have started your own business, what would you say that you love most about working for yourself?
Yeah, so it's the highs are very highs and the lows are very lows, and it's the adrenaline is it's beautiful. It's exhilarating. If you're definitely looking for more in your life, this is it. And as I was referring to before, anything is possible. You can create, your own kind of culture. You can create, you can innovate. The sky is the limit, and that's just beautiful, and it's priceless, and it's something that generally you could not get in the corporate world, especially if you work for larger companies, maybe smaller companies. And I'm hoping that my employees feel this way. Definitely, we can definitely do more in a smaller environment like this. Yes, and as a business owner.
So what lessons would you say that you have learned along the way that you wished you had known before you started all of this?
Oh, how much time do we have? If I could pick one, I learned so much. I learned an incredible amount of things, but the number one thing would be humility. I think in order to be really successful, you need to learn to take that pride and emotions that overtake you aside, and learn to listen and be prepared to learn a lot and feel like you're forever the student. First and foremost, because you will be your marketing manager, which you've never done before. You will be the procurement manager, which you've never done before. You'll be sometimes even the leader of people that have more experience than you in the industry. And so you become the HR manager. So definitely be prepared to confront yourself with with a lot of new experiences that potentially, you didn't experience before. And maybe you're coming from being, let's say that you're a top microblading expert, but now you're also an HR manager and a marketing manager. And so you're no longer that expert, you are a student, and it is beautiful, but it could be frustrating. And, the last one would be, that is also related to humility, is learning to really welcome feedback. At the beginning, I was very proud. And, I would tell people, oh, but you don't understand my business. I know better. And, even if you feel like it might not be as relevant, listen to what your clients are telling you. Listen to colleagues from the industry that might be in a different segment of the industry. If they tell you that, look, actually, you could be doing things this way or that way. And I think if instead of being defensive, if you really listen and take notes and say, well, why do you say that? What do you notice? You will learn an incredible amount of stuff that you wouldn't learn normally. You will grow much more, and it will be invaluable feedback that will help you immensely. I mean, I work very close with you, Valerie, and so if someone is giving you, and obviously it's an invaluable investment, but if someone is giving you feedback for free, don't be proud and say, what do you know, or oh, I'm doing fine. Take it.
Yeah, that's so true. Yeah, listen, like you said, listen. And I think we have that on the floor as well. When it comes to everyone that works directly with the clients, it's about listening. How can you deliver the perfect result to any client? Is by listening as well, to know and to really understand very clearly what it is that she's looking for. And then, throughout the whole business, that comes back all the time. And it's a beautiful characteristic. And it is, and I've seen that in you over all the months that, we've worked together and that I've known you. You really embrace whatever people are telling to you. And I believe that this as well accelerates your growth. So it's not only that, it develops you, but it makes you grow much faster than anyone else would do, because you really, truly embrace what people say. And again, I think that's a beautiful way of looking at things, and a beautiful characteristic. Yeah. So
thank you so much. I think it's a smart thing to do, for sure. I mean, there's a limit, of course, the customer is right. Yeah, okay. Let's look into it. Why is this client, having this complaint? Let's see what we can learn from it. And is it that the client is being difficult, or is it that they actually have a valid point? So again, putting that pride aside.
Yeah, very important, which, you're very good at doing so. So again, it's a true example to many out there. So, you've mentioned definitely, some challenges that you've been facing, but is there any other challenge that you said, okay, that was huge? And if you could share with us how you overcame it?
Oh, so many challenges. I would say patience, personally patience, learning how to be patient, that, understanding that different people have different timings, and, that's okay. It doesn't mean that they are not good, especially employees. So giving enough time to whatever is required, and investing early on in training, investing early on in projects, is really important. Being patient to give every process the correct amount of time, definitely. So I would say patient is something that was a big challenge for me. Industry-wise, I would say talent has been the most difficult thing in this part of the world. So, talent for, managers, therapists, and everything in between, really, that has been the most difficult part. So hopefully the people that are out there thinking about coming to the UAE or to the Middle East, it is a fantastic place to come in And, you know, it's compared to, let's say, the old world, you know, the opportunities are endless, and we are in such a privileged and safe place right now, given the current pandemic. So hopefully we'll have more professionals interested in coming to the Middle East, so we don't have this challenge of needing more talent.
Let's hope so. But as well, if you can maybe elaborate, because people might think that, okay, I'm a therapist, but I am not really specialized in when it comes to electrolysis. So what could they expect? Could they apply as well? And how do you develop those people?
Sure. So electrolysis is a very, very specific skill. And for the longest time, it was a dying profession because of laser, right? But now I would say, you know, 70–80% of our clients have done laser. They still have hairs left. So there is a need for it. So because we decided to stay specialist and the best that we can be in the industry, we actually do our own in-house training. So even if you've done electrolysis in school or you've never done it, but you are a skin therapist, we actually spend quite a bit of time training you on, you know, how to do electrolysis for different body parts, different skin types, different hair types, and so on. So we take pride in our own in-house training that we offer, because, you know, the reality is that it's not something that we can just hire, right? But it's okay, anyone can learn.
That's very true. Yes. And it shows as well that, you know, you are a company that really cares about the development of people. And that's very beautiful as well. It's a nice part of your company culture.
Thank you. It's good. I mean, it's exciting to come into a place where you are being developed and trusted to do more. It's exciting. You know, I always say, you know, when I'm having the interviews, if you just want a place where you can clock in and clock out, which could very well be the case of some salons that want stability and they have been around for a long time, you know, that's great, but that's not for us. You know, we do want excitement and you know, people to feel like they want to grow and do more, for sure. Yeah.
Beautiful. So what advice, Mariella, could you give to any woman who would like to become an entrepreneur?
Yes, so first and foremost, do a lot of soul searching. What is it that you really want to do? Make sure that you're really passionate about it, because this becomes your life in a way, at least for the first few years, I would say that. So make sure that, you know, you really love what you do and what you will do. And second of all, find as many mentors as you can. Because, you know, it could be a very lonely journey, and it is a really big project, you know, to own your own business. Anyone can do it. You just need to be aware of the fact that, you know, it is a lot of work. It's not the 9-to-5 kind of job generally. And you know, again, going back to being humble. So having, you know, talking to a lot of people, find your tribe as well. We have beautiful communities of female entrepreneurs. So make sure that you go to their coffee events, that you have a mentor, that you're always networking and working with different people to make sure that, you know, your overall journey is enriched. Definitely.
Oh, thank you so much for this wonderful advice. And as well, thank you so much for joining us today.
Yes.
And for everyone out there, thank you for tuning in. And I would say dream, always dream, but don't just stop by dreaming. Go out there and go chase your dreams. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.